up, you guys? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 261. And once again, fairly simple chapter, but you know I'm a fuck with this chapter. I'm gonna fuck with this chapter heavy, man. So, that girl Nami, okay? She was just like, I ain't Sakura Haruno, right? Like, I ain't no useless bitch. I'm about to take care of this shit, right? So when Gan Fall, when they're about to be attacked by Satori's younger brothers, right? Gan Fall, that's what Viz said, younger brothers. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. I know there are several Vizisms, but that's what they put in there. But Gan Fall grabs his sword and he's just like, all right, it's time. I got to take them out before Enryu goes to slaughter my people. I know he's going to kill them. I have to stop them and go after Enryu. I like how Nami just casually gets those rods together and she grabs it and she's like, ha ha! You're fucking crazy. I got to do some protecting my damn self. And I like how she says every once in a while she has to do the protecting. I was just like, that's my bitch right there. That's my bitch. That's my bitch. I mean bitch in an endearing term. I had the conversation with a friend of mine and I was like, when I say bitch and when other people say bitch, it's more of a term of endearment, not meant negatively. Most of the time I say bitch, I mean in a bad way, but that's affectionate. But I like that because as we've seen, these people they're fighting are no pushovers. And even Gan Fall has to say, we need to discern their Dial's abilities before we can even seriously think about fighting. And Nami's just nodding at him. And you have an intelligent woman who's pissed off. And then you have the injured Sky Knight Gan Fall who is desperate to get back to his people. That's a dangerous combination. You have brains and you have desperation working together. Very interested to see where Oda takes this, man. Very interested. In a way, Nami's desperate too because she has to protect her crew. And the reason why I said, Nami's like, hey, I'm not going to be a Sakura Haruno. I'm not going to be a useless bitch. I worked on a video. I'm not sure if it'll be up by the time you guys have seen this video, but the video is What If Sasuke Never Left the Hidden Leaf Village? And in that video, one of the things I point out is if Sakura never learned medical ninjutsu, a lot of things would happen. She wasn't as useless as you guys say she is, or not you guys, but like a lot of people say. And it's the same thing here. I got vibes from when Sakura had to protect Naruto and Sasuke inside of the Forest of Death. And so that was cool to see that and how Nami is turning a corner here. But we've seen Nami throw down in the last few arcs, so we know that Nami can get in. Even going back to the Buggy the Clown arc, right? Like, we knew that Nami had a little bit of skill to her because she had that moment where she whipped out the rods and just completely knocked one of the pirates' asses out. So we know Nami can throw down, but I like how Oda is saying, hey, don't forget about her too, okay? So that was cool. Now, I have to move to this part, okay? So, very impressed with what's going on with Yama, okay? Ends up tanking one of those cannonballs, and in the blink of an eye, he takes out his opponent. And it just shows you, like, yo, this dude is pretty damn powerful. Like, that in itself, like, it literally, like, you get one of the characters saying, I'm very impressed with these iron balls from the Blue Sea. And he not only eats the attack, but then he ends up one-shotting the guy he's fighting. And so that was cool. That sets up more for raising the stakes. But I like how Oda is just clearly wiping the board and he's setting up for a confrontation with Enryu. I don't know who meets him first because Wyper is looking for him. We know Luffy's going to fight him. Like, Luffy is really looking like Natsu Dragneel at this point, where I know One Piece came out first, so I'm not comparing so much. Well, I am comparing, but I'm pointing out similarities, if you will. But the thing is Natsu takes on every fucking major villain, okay? And if he doesn't take on the major villain, he's got the one right underneath it, as seen with the Tartarus arc. But that's the thing on there. And I know some people say Margear was the major villain for that. Yeah, but then you had Agnologia. Agnologia showed up. That's the big one. So that's why I said, or the one right underneath it. But the thing about this is I'm really wondering if Oda's going to take this approach, have Enryu take out Wyper, which is the most likely candidate because that's the person that Luffy was still in the process of fighting. And I see Luffy saying, "That was my friend! You can't do that to him!" And and just going to a rage mode, I could see that. Or I could see it happen with Gan Fall falling and then Luffy taking it out. Like there's so many different possibilities for this. And especially when Luffy finds out that his crew's been attacked, Luffy's gonna go into a fucking rage mode. Like that's gonna be key right there. And the thing about Luffy is Luffy's displayed great combat ability, but unless he's got another gear in him, there's no fucking way Luffy's gonna win this fight. No way. No way. Like there's no way. So this is going to be a plot convenient win unless there's something else to it. And the reason why I say it's going to be plot convenient unless there's something else to it, because as we saw with Crocodile, if Luffy has enough time to mix up with you, he's going to figure out a way to beat you. Okay, he's going to figure out a way to beat you. And every ability has a weakness. Luffy's going to figure it out. And once he figures it out, he's going to have Enryu's number, which is going to be crazy. Luffy's going to beat the fuck out of a god. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, one other thing about this chapter, Luffy did fall down. And it looks like Luffy might actually... God help me if this is the case. God help me. I think Luffy might have discovered El Dorado. I'm not too sure. But the thing is Luffy fell down underneath something. In the ruins, or whatever it is he's underneath, there's a certain design to them. I'm really wondering, did Luffy just find the fucking treasure? I'm not sure. He might be on the path towards it. Like, I don't know where Oda's taking that, but that was... He's not going to have Luffy fall underground for no fucking reason like that. There's something to it. And they were already on the path there, okay? And in the chapter, you had the arrow pointing to it, and Oda says it should have been an easy mission. Luffy's the fucking captain. I could see that happening, okay? So, the humor in this chapter is actually with Nico Robin, where Chopper's looking for Zoro and Robin and Luffy, and basically the guy that he walks past, it gets pointed out, you can't see because only the whites of your eyes are being shown right now. And the guy's like, oh shit. It's like, oh, he's not a wild animal. And it's like, he's not a wild animal, and you should have knowledge of some type of devil fruits. And you see this reindeer who looks like a raccoon, according to you, walking on two legs, speaking. Like, one of these things doesn't belong here. Like, I'm going to show my age. That was the Sesame Street skit. One of these things doesn't look like the other. That's Chopper. Like, God, dog. Like, that's one of them times I just want to reach through the pen, like, wake the fuck up. Like, that's one of the times I want to do that. But I was laughing my ass off at that point. And apparently, Miss All Sunday Nico Robin, like I said, I'm getting used to calling her Robin, man. But Nico Robin actually discovers, she's reading the artifacts, and she discovers that what she's actually seen is the entire map of Shandor, okay? And, she's reading, and she's like, I wonder if I'll get more if I go towards the center of the city. And that's why I wonder, is Luffy on the path towards the treasure in the center of the city? I'm really wondering, okay? Really wondering, and it really reminds me of what Nico Robin was reading when she was the thing Crocodile was after. I cannot remember the Pontiff or the Poneglyph. So it really reminds me of the Poneglyph, man. Like, and it just shows like Oda had the archaeologist for a reason. Like, really, really good. And now that I'm thinking about it, right? Like, I was getting some Terminator vibes too, but partly because Oda's inspired by Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama was highly inspired by Terminator. Like, that's why Mecha Frieza was a fucking Mecha Frieza, because when you look at when the chapters came out, it's literally that shit right there. Like one of the Terminator movies that just come out over in Japan. And so, or just been released. And just looking at stuff like that, like, I'm really wondering, I went from Pirates of the Caribbean to Indiana Jones, okay? That's my chapter question. Is there some Indiana Jones shit going on, right? Because I'm getting like that type of feel from this shit too. But the thing about this, right? Like, I'm looking at it, and she's the archaeologist, ruins. I almost want to go Tomb Raider. That's Lara Croft, but I'm thinking about when this would have been released, and I don't think Tomb Raider was big at that time either. So that's why that was interesting to me. Like I said, I've given you my chapter question. Is this some Indiana Jones type stuff? Keep in mind, I am pre-recording right now, so you just keep that in mind, guys. Like I'm gonna ask some questions, and I might have already asked them before or something similar. It's because this video is being recorded kind of back to back. So just kind of, bear with me on that. But as always, guys, if you like anything I have to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I will greatly appreciate it. As always, thank you for watching. Have an awesome